just gonna go. All right. So I've been reading a book, or I just started a book called The Artist's Way, and I started implementing some of the suggestions um, in the book, and there's two things that the author, which I can't remember the name right now, it's called The Artist's Way, but there's two recommendations that she recommends that she has found that's helped a lot of people that has read this book from all walks of life. And the first one is morning pages, and that's what that is when you wake up in the morning, you just start writing. You just start, you dedicate a certain amount of time with the intention on completing 3 pages of writing straight from the brain, and I've been doing it for maybe a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Even starting off inconsistent, but got more consistent. But the thing about it is, it definitely got easier. I'm naturally a writer. I've written all types of stuff. It's like, from a child, it just that's what I'm learning and developing is like, this is a skill that is valuable. Whereas I've written all types of stuff, but not just for the sake of like my soul. Now that that's how I classify it. That's how I see it today. But when I first started, and I'm talking about childhood on through life, like I literally have notebooks upon notebooks from years ago, going back to like childhood. And anyways, all of that work, that's like your 10,000 hours, okay? But anyways, let me get back to the morning pages. So as I've continued, it's definitely gotten easier to the point where that 3 pages is nothing. I actually go over and whatever, just even getting in the habit of just going, not overthinking. It made me think about, I had been a DJ at a station, at a college station, for like 8 years, and in the beginning, I overthought my speech. When you get on the mic, what freezes you is you overthinking what you're gonna say, and to the point where I just got to it's like you stop caring. What I would note is I stopped caring about thinking about messing up. If I did mess up, so what? It becomes part of the flow. But eventually you find your little groove, and I just speak, transition to the next song, whatever. Now, same thing with writing. It's like you have to get in the habit of just going, and before you know it, you're pouring out what's on your mind. And I think it's very important. And I'm still reading the book, so it's like how it's all gonna come together. But I related this back to this. Like, I'm gonna start speaking my mind, man, because it's like, I consume over the years. Like, I've always looked at YouTube. I like YouTube, but I feel like the whole thing of commercialization, and meaning like when I was really into it, when I first started utilizing it, and just being able to see the world and people, and really people's channels and all that, I don't even know if it was monetized at that time. But whenever money injected in a situation, the dynamics change. But I've always really enjoyed it, to the point where I'd rather watch somebody's creative channel than watch the television programming. So I'm saying I've got to the point of like, I got all the tools, and I definitely got something to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. it's like a calling deep within, like to express at the least. But you know, and let it take me where or let it land where it needs to in the world and to whoever, and let it take me wherever, you know. But yeah, so yeah, I just said a little bit. The same approach to that morning pages is what I'm doing right now. Just not overthinking it, just doing it. The other thing from this book, the other recommendation was the artist date. And what that is, from what I understand from just the intro, is like, you know, making time for yourself to do. It's like I don't know, it's an artist date with yourself, basically. Like, you know, like make time for your child, your soul, man, your child, inner child, your inner self, you know, whatever, to basically have his time, his attention, or whatever. And I don't know if I'm summing it up perfectly, but that's what I kind of gleaned from it. So this is what I'm gonna do, man. It's like starting today and let the flow begin. Yeah, I got a lot on my mind, and sometimes I'm an overthinker sometimes. So I might, it's like I want something perfection, right? Perfection is the enemy of progress, you know, and but yet still, as a perfectionist, you could look at what's out and feel like, yo, I could do just as good, if not better. But guess what? They getting busy without the holdups of your perfectionism. So that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep mashing and do away with the perfectionism and let things be what they're gonna be, and continue to work on improvement in life. Yeah.